Hello everyone, I'm Anime Freak and welcome to the video. To those of you who know, Dragon Ball Super will be ending on episode 131. Now, I actually think it's going to be on hiatus, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, and since Dragon Ball Super is going to end, you know what that means? Yes, we are going to get a Goku versus Superman fight again. And as we all know, this is going to get both of the fan bases talking again and saying, oh well, Goku can do this now, or oh, Superman can still do this though. And as we all know, there are 40 versions of Superman, so you can't mesh them up together. And we have power scalers like Seth the Programmer and Animation Rewind and Chuck the Cyber Cook. Hell, even Just a Robot is researching how powerful all the versions of Superman is. Now, even though I don't know that much about Superman, I do know the basics of Superman. But I do know a lot about Goku and what is in Goku's arsenal. Now I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, oh, but Anime Freak, we already know what's in Goku's arsenal. He's got Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, etc, etc. Yeah, I know what you guys are going to say. Yes, we all know Goku has these new abilities. He's got the Kaioken, he's got the Ultra Instinct. Obviously, Goku's going to be using these new techniques and abilities in his third fight against Superman. But here's the thing, those are the obvious things that Goku is going to be using. No, I'm talking about the techniques and abilities and how he uses his ki. Hell, there was even techniques that Screw Attack didn't even use in the first two fights. Like this, for example. Yes, they forgot to put in the instant transmission Kamehameha. I mean, come on, this is one of Goku's signature moves, and they didn't even put it in either fight. And do you guys remember in the first video where Boomstick says Goku can use the Destructo Disc, which he stole from Krillin? But again, we didn't see that, did we? So this is what I've decided to do. I have decided to go through the entirety of what Goku has done throughout the series, which includes techniques, abilities, feats, the whole shebang. However, there's going to be a few ground rules, and they are this. Number one, the techniques and feats and etc. has to be done in the anime or the manga. No game techniques or feats. The reason why I'm not doing the game techniques and abilities is because I haven't played any Dragon Ball Z games in years. So, no Xenoverse, no Dragon Ball Fighters. I stopped playing Dragon Ball Z games way back. However, I have heard rumors that in the Xenoverse games, that Goku in Super Saiyan 3 is so powerful that he can destroy a universe. And that's the thing, I don't know if that's true, and I don't know what sort of techniques and abilities Goku has obtained in the games. However, that doesn't matter because, just like Superman has 40 versions of himself, and we can't mesh up all the versions of Superman into one, otherwise it would be an inconsistent character, as we all know. And the same needs to apply to Goku as well, because if you guys really think about it, there's about 4 different versions of Goku. And I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, what the hell are you talking about, Anime Freak? Are you talking about the original Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT? Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Now, I see Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super as a continuity of Goku's life. These three are continuing Goku's story. So technically, this is version 1 Goku. The second version of Goku is GT Goku and the movies. Yes, I am putting GT and the animated movies together on this one. You know, Dead Zone, Cooler, Broly, Janemba, those movies. I am putting GT and those movies together as version 2 Goku. Now I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, wait a second, Anime Freak, why are you putting GT and the Dragon Ball Z movies together? Well, it's actually for a few reasons. And I heard a rumor some time ago. I can't remember if it was Geekdom who said this or it was another YouTuber, but I have heard that the Dragon Ball Z movies are supposed to be some sort of alternate reality where these movies fit into place in an alternate timeline. Now, if you guys was to watch the Dragon Ball GT Super 17 saga, you can see all the villains that Goku has ever faced come out of hell. Now, if we was to look at where Frieza's hell is, he's hanging on a tree in a cocoon in Dragon Ball Super. And the villains who was in the Super 17 saga in GT, we can also see the movie villains that came out of hell. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm putting GT and the Dragon Ball Z movies together. So all the techniques and all the feats that Goku's done in GT and in the movies are as one. Hell, in the Tree of Might movie, Goku actually uses a barrier. but in the main series he doesn't use a barrier. So that's version 2 Goku. Version 3 Goku is the game Goku, which again I'm not going to go into details because I haven't played any Dragon Ball Z games in ages. And the fourth and final version of Goku is manga Goku. Now, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super Goku, the manga version. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, wait, isn't Dragon Ball Super, the anime, supposed to go alongside the manga? Well, yes, but except for one thing. Dragon Ball Super Manga Goku has actually 2 techniques which he doesn't use in the main series. And number 1 is the Mafuba. I mean, yes, he did train with Master Roshi to learn the technique, but he doesn't actually use it in the anime, but he actually uses it in the manga. And also, Goku uses the Akai in the manga, but anime version Goku hasn't used these techniques on anybody. Well, he used the Mafuba to train on a turtle, and also we have to take into consideration that there are loads of differences between the manga and the anime. Loads of things have changed, and loads of things are different. So, like GT and the movies, the manga is like an alternate version of Dragon Ball Super. The main point is that we can't mesh up Goku just to give him an edge against Superman. Otherwise, we'd have to mesh up all versions of Superman to go up against Goku if that's the case. We have to be fair, guys. Now, it's safe to say that GT Goku knows all the abilities that Z Goku knows. And it's safe to say that Dragon Ball Super Manga Goku knows all the abilities that Manga Goku knows. And then there's Dragon Ball Super Anime Goku. What I'm trying to get at is, I'm going to go through 3 of these versions of Goku and tell you guys what he has in his arsenal, what he can use against Superman. So remember, you've got GT and Movie Goku, you've got Dragon Ball Super Anime Goku, and you've got Dragon Ball Super Manga Goku. But now, I'm going to show you guys what Goku has in his arsenal. Now, you can go to Wikipedia and see all the techniques and abilities and feats of what Goku's done in the series. So sit back and relax and let's see what Goku has in his arsenal that he can use against Superman. Okay, to start off with, I'm going to go with the basics first. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The obvious Super Saiyan forms, 1, 2, 3, red and blue. But there's one other thing that we need to understand first. Goku's base form at the end of Super is much more powerful than it was when he went against Frieza in Super. And ever since then, Goku has been training and getting better ever since he became a Super Saiyan God. Hell, he was even in the time chamber for 3 years. But I'm not going to get into this power scaling. I'm here to show you what Goku can do against Superman. I will leave the power scaling to Seth the programmer. But those forms are the only things that Goku has now. Goku also has the Kaioken times 10 and times 20. Now, as we all know, the more stronger Goku gets in his base form, the more powerful his transformations are going to get. And Super Saiyan Blue is his final form. Now, at the end of Dragon Ball Super, Goku's base form will be a lot more powerful. And when Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and then puts Kaioken on top of that, I mean, that is an insane amount of power, especially Kaioken times 20. And then we have the Ultra Instinct. Now some people say, oh, it's another form of what Goku can use, but I actually think it's a state of being, another technique Goku can use. And if it is indeed a technique that Goku can use, then imagine putting that on top of Super Saiyan Blue and adding Kaioken times 20. That would be insane. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not really 100% sure what the Ultra Instinct is. Despite being a Dragon Ball Z fan for years. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know what it is, but I just don't know what it's capable of. I mean, I don't know if it's a transformation, or I don't know what the extent of what it can do. I think it's basically an automatic reactor. This form helps the user block and dodge any attack without even thinking about it. So yeah, that's basically it. And to be honest, it would be cool to actually see Superman go up against that. But like I said, I'm not a power scaler, so I'm going to leave that to the power scalers. Now, let's get to Goku's signature attack, and that is the Kamehameha. In all versions, Goku has this attack. And as many of you know, if Goku transforms into his Super Saiyan forms like 1, 2 and 3, God and Blue and Kaioken times 20, the more power his Kamehameha is going to get. However, there are loads of variations of the Kamehameha. If I was to go into detail of what these Kamehamehas are, it would take a long amount of time to describe what they are. However, if you guys want to go and check out what those variations are, please go to Dragon Ball Z Wikipedia. I will leave a link in the description box below to that page so you can check out the variations of the Kamehameha. However, there are 3 versions of the Kamehameha that I want to bring up. Now, one is the feet Kamehameha, where Goku fires a Kamehameha from his feet. There's the Kamehameha where he can control it and make it go wherever he wants. And then there's obviously the instant transmission Kamehameha. Now if you guys know if I've missed out any unique versions of the Kamehameha, please let me know in the comment section below. There's also the all directions Kamehameha, but I doubt Goku will use it simply because he's going up against one guy, which is Superman. Now the next thing I want to bring up is the Mafuba. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, oh, but Anime Freak, the Mafuba only seals away evildoers, and Superman isn't evil. Yes, I know that. I know Superman isn't evil. I know for a fact this is going to be a completely different debate, but here's the thing. I actually think that the Mafuba can actually work on good people as well. Because here's the thing. I've seen the Mafuba being used on good people. For example, there was Turtle where Goku was practicing on him. Goku went to Master Roshi to ask him if he could teach him the Mafuba, and Master Roshi got Turtle for Goku to practice on him. And it's obvious that Turtle isn't evil. And in Dragon Ball, when Kami tried to use the Mafuba on Piccolo again, Piccolo reversed the Mafuba onto Kami, which again, Kami is pure of art. And also, let's not forget that Master Roshi was planning on using the Mafuba on Megetta. Now I highly doubt that Megetta is evil. I mean, he seems like a big massive softie if you ask me. And Master Roshi also used it on another character in the tournament. And also, let's not forget that Frost used the Mafuba on Vegeta, and Vegeta, as we know, is a good guy. What I'm trying to say is, the Mafuba, or the Evil Containment Wave, is just a name. So I do think that the Mafuba can be used against Superman. But if you guys think otherwise, let's get a discussion going, or make a video about it. So with that said, on to the next one. Now this one is going to get loads of people talking, and it is this. The Akai. Now some people are going to say, oh, but Anime Freak, that won't work on Superman. The Akai only works on people who is weaker than the user who's casting it. Yeah, I know what you guys are going to say. Yeah, I understand that. I know the limitations of the Akai. But here's the thing. In the manga, Goku used the Akai on Merged Zamasu while he was in Super Saiyan Blue form. And what we need to understand is that Goku's power at the end of Super is going to be much more powerful than when it was against Golden Frieza. And if Goku can make Superman much more weaker than him, then Goku has a chance of erasing Superman. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Okay, the next one is the energy mines Goku used against Jiren. I actually think that this is something new that Goku created by himself. This is actually something new that Goku has used. Goku gets a piece of his energy, lays it on the floor, and if Jiren steps on it, it explodes. Okay, granted the mines didn't do anything to Jiren, but Goku can use it as a distraction against Superman. Okay, the next one is a little bit of an update. As you know, I've already been through the transformations. However, I've missed one, and Goku has obtained a new transformation. Well, it's not so much as a transformation, but we'll get to that in a second. The first one I want to bring up is Perfected Super Saiyan Blue. Now, Goku achieved this form while fighting Zamasu in the manga. Well, basically, Goku has fully mastered Super Saiyan Blue, and Goku can use the form more efficiently and use it to its absolute maximum potential. And if you guys want more info on it, please go to Dragon Ball Wikipedia. I will leave a link in the description box below to that page. And the next transformation is Goku's mastered Ultra Instinct form. Now, as many of you know, we don't know what the full capacity of this form does, but as soon as we know, this form should definitely be used against Superman. The next technique I want to bring up is Goku using the Dragon Hammer. Now some people are going to say, wait a sec, what the hell's the Dragon Hammer? I've never heard of that before. And to be honest, neither have I. However, as I was looking through Goku's moveset and came across the word Dragon Hammer, I saw an image of Goku firing a Kamehameha, and then he goes through the Kamehameha and gives his opponent a very powerful punch to the stomach and goes through his opponent. And yes, Goku did this with Hit, but Hit avoided the attack, but Goku in his Super Saiyan 4 form used this against the 1-star evil dragon, and it basically went right through him. So that's another technique Goku can use. The next thing is energy barriers. Goku used an energy barrier in the Tree of Might movie, and even though Screw Attack said that he has the energy barrier, Goku never actually used it in his fight against Superman. So that's two, the Warp Kamehameha and the energy barrier. However, there is another version of the energy barrier, and that is when he went up against Lavender. This is more of a skin tight sort of barrier. but even though it's still skin tight, the skin tight energy barrier still weakens attacks. So that'll be useful against Superman. The next one I want to show you guys is, well, you guys have got to see it for yourself in order to see what I'm trying to say. Here it is. I call this technique the key ball prison attack. Goku traps his opponent with key balls on all sides and then he blasts them. So that's one other technique Goku can use against Superman. And there's also the Destructo Disc and Destructo Disc Exa Blade. Again, Screw Attack said that Goku can use this technique, but he didn't actually use it against Superman in either fights. Goku used this technique against Jiren in order to wring out Jiren. And as many of you know, he stole that technique from Krillin. And I think he can control the Destructo Discs, so that would be awesome to see. And the next thing is Goku giving everybody the finger. No, I'm joking. What Goku does is just fire energy from his finger. And yeah, that's basically it. He fires energy from his finger. Next is the energy punch, where Goku puts his energy into his fist and punches his opponent. Yeah, this is technically Gohan versus Garlic Jr., but Goku did do it. I just can't find the clip to prove that he did. Next is the after image fake out attack. Goku only used this once against Cell, where Goku used his after image to make Cell think Goku was about to punch him and then it was a fake, and then the real Goku punches Cell. Next is Goku firing his ki from any part of his body. Now obviously Goku did use the Kamehameha with his feet, and Goku did use a ki blast to get Kale off of him, and again it came off from his feet. The next one is the Kia. The Kia, if I'm pronouncing that right, is basically a shockwave and fire it at his opponent. Goku used this against Berta and Jace, and he used it in the Tournament of Power. Next is the Twin Dragon Shot. Goku fires 2 shots from a hidden place from far away, and he tries to hit his opponent. Goku used this attack against Frieza on Namek. And last and simply not least, Goku has his unlimited potential unleashed by Old Kai. And this happens in the game Dragon Ball Z Extreme Butoden. Guys, can you imagine if Goku had his potential unleashed? Dude, that would be insane. And in this state, he can stack his Super Saiyan forms on top of it. Freaking incredible. Now, these are the ideas that I think Goku should use against Superman in their third fight. Now, if there's like other things that he's done in the series that you think that he should do, or if there's any that I've left out, please leave it in the comment sections below and I will get to that as soon as I can. And if I have enough techniques or abilities in the comment section, I'll make another video and update of what Goku can do against Superman. The reason why I made this video is because we all know that Goku vs Superman 3 is going to happen, and these are just suggestions of what Goku can do. These techniques and abilities are something new for them to use, instead of using the same tricks over and over again. Okay, I would like to go through Superman very quickly, and it is this. There are loads of versions of Superman, so the weakest all the way to the strongest should go up against Goku individually, of course. All of them have to get through Super Saiyan 4, and then to those Superman who can beat Super Saiyan 4 Goku, those Superman can go up against End of Super Goku. Because obviously there's going to be people out there who's going to say, okay, so which versions of Superman can Super Saiyan 4 Goku beat? And also, you're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Because if Super Saiyan 4 Goku can beat the weak versions of Superman, then End of Super Goku can easily beat the Superman that Super Saiyan 4 Goku can beat. The next thing I want to bring up is Superman's abilities and powers. Okay, recently I watched Just a Robot's video on Strange Visitor Superman, and I was told in that video that he held the universe for billions of years, which you have to admit is a very impressive feat, but there's nothing else that he shows what he can do. And I'm sure we're going to come across other versions of Superman that has done big feats and nothing else, like Superman 1 Million Prime. This is supposed to be one of the most powerful versions of Superman, but he doesn't actually display his strength or powers on what he can do. But I have seen other versions of Superman who has brought new things to the table. For example, Superman used his Heat Vision as a scalpel against Manchester Black, and he temporarily took away his powers. However, even though certain versions of Superman can do certain abilities, that doesn't mean all other versions know how to use those abilities and powers. However, let's go back to Strange Visitor Superman again. What we saw in the comic is that he held the universe for billions of years, which again is very, very impressive. And again, he didn't display anything else. So if we was to have a fight between Strange Visitor Superman versus Goku, I think we should use Superman's basic abilities, like the heat vision, the cold breath, super speed, super strength, super durability, you know, the basic stuff that Superman is known for. But this is strictly to those Superman who hasn't displayed anything else in their representative comics. Because remember guys, we cannot mesh up all versions of Superman. It would make a very inconsistent character. And the final thing I want to say is, I think Superman should have a blue sun. The blue sun is supposed to give Superman extra powers and make his powers twice as powerful. Now if this is the case, I say we should let Screw Attack do that. Give Superman a blue sun. Now I know something you're going to say, oh but Animafree, that wouldn't be fair. Yes, I know it wouldn't be fair, but hear me on this. Goku and Superman are going to be fighting casually on Earth. And so I think that Superman should have a blue sun simply because I want to see how far Superman can push Goku. Because I know for a fact there's going to be people out there who's going to say, okay, but if Superman had a blue sun, then it would be a different story. So again, I say, let's give Superman a blue sun. So you guys got that? It's going to be all versions of Superman going up against Super Saiyan 4 and End of Super Goku. All versions of Superman are all going to have the basic abilities of what he can do. And the ones who have special powers and abilities will only be unique to those versions of Superman who have displayed those powers and feats. And finally, all versions of Superman should have a blue sun, which will double his powers. It will make the fight between them more interesting. And that's all I've got. If there's any techniques and abilities that I've missed out, please leave in the comment sections below and I'll get to that as soon as I can. I'm Anime Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I'm on minds.com, Twitch, Dailymotion, and Hatron, Reddit, BitChute, aka the new YouTube, DeviantArt, Discord, VidMe, Gab, Twitter, Tumblr, Patreon, GoFundMe, PayPal, and my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video. And please go and check out my new skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. It's also down there in the description box below. Peace out.